Morning, Sariki. Good morning, everyone.
Morning po, Bske.
Morning, Sariki.
Good morning, Vice Chair. Good morning, everyone.
It's already 10 o'clock. Noting the presence of a quorum in the composition of this BAC, we now call this conference to order. We will be opening bids for the supply and delivery of various printer toners and ribbons for the printing of the Election Day computerized voters list and the posted computerized voters list in connection with the 2022 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. But before we proceed, let me turn over the floor to our BAC Secretariat for the preliminary, Sariki.
Something today is very important. Really very prepared to do it. We'll take about to pray the prayer become possible. Even though it's very important. So thank you to do it. Thank you to do it. Just to let people know to pray the prayer. One of the people who are somebody recognized the time. And for the people second command
Sariki, pakiayos yung audio.
ayun na po ba? Tapos pag-tuloy mo ng approval na po ayun na po pwede. Ayun, pag-practice, pakituloy mo na ito yung from the people who are the other
Sir Ricky, Vice Chair, seems malabo yung audio ni Bske.
Pakiayos lang mga backsec yung audio.
Hello, sir.
Patrick, lakas mo lang. Pero okay yung audio mo.
Yes, sir.
Patrick, go ahead.
For the attendance for this opening of bids are the following. From the Bids and Awards Committee, we have our Vice Chairperson, Attorney Roselier Abad, BAC members, Attorney Ray D. Doma, Attorney Fernando C. Bisinio, and Engineer Roderick Ilagan. In the Technical Working Group, we have our TWG Assistant Head, Mr. Lou Alexander Timkang, TWG members, Ms. Ana Marie Kilala, Mr. Roberto Aguilar, Mr. Wilson Casquejo, Mr. Joseph Montero, Ms. Karen Christine Pacleb, Attorney Mark Nicole Malinaw. For the Secretariat, our Secretariat Head, Mr. Roderick Mendoza, Assistant Heads, Ms. Marian Ada Cruz and Patrick Cruz, BAC Secretariat members, Mr. Lloyd Cholo Balanon, Mr. Senen Majus, and Ms. Sheila Rose Vicente. From the Procurement Secretariat, our Secretariat Head, Mr. Danilo Cartagena, Ms. Rika Baggio, Ms. Marian Ada Cruz and Patrick Cruz, Ms. Jennifer Jane Arcon, Secretariat members, Mr. Lloyd Cholo Balanon, and Mr. Senen Majus, and Ms. Sheila Rose Vicente. Mr. Christopher John Grupo. From Internal Audit Department, Ms. Adelaida Clemente. From NAMPREL, we have Mr. Jeffrey Palco and Mr. Apolinar Dischoso. And from Lente, Ms. Donna Macaraeg. Also from TWG, we have Mr. Melchor Ogaban. We also have a representative from the Education Information Department, but we're just trying to know the name of the attendee, sir. That's all for the attendance, sir.
How about the bidder, the lone bidder?
Sir, as of now, wala pa po siya dito sa conference, but we're trying to call them po to attend na po. But we also send the link na rin sa kanilang email po. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. We'll be sharing the... Okay na po, Vice Chair, ang aking audio.
Okay na,
Okay
Sir Ricky.
Po, we shall be sharing po the project brief for this procurement project. Thank you po.
Okay, again, good morning, everyone. Before we proceed to the conference proper, let me put on record the important details of this project. Scroll up, please. So for the record, our authority to procure is manifested in the annual procurement plan for 2022. This project is funded by the budget enacted to the GAA of 2022. The end user unit of this project is the allocation committee. We are procuring for lot 1. I think this is for per lot and not per item. For lot 1, we are procuring 3,904 pieces of brother toner TN 3428. That is 28, not 78, as mentioned in our bid bulletin. So we are procuring for lot 1, brother TN-3428 toners with a unit cost of 4,200 pesos, totaling to 16,396,800 pesos. For lot 2, 1,080 pieces of tali Genicom 6800/6600 ribbons with a unit cost of 6,700 pesos, totaling to 7,236,000 pesos. For lot 3, 590 pieces of HP 35A toners with a unit cost of 2,500 pesos, totaling to 1,475,000 pesos. And for lot 4, 1,550 pieces of Pearl P 350 ribbons with a unit cost of 750 pesos, totaling to 1,162,500 pesos. The total ABC for this project is 26,270,300 pesos. The Box Secretariat received the approved purchase request on August 25, 2022. And we conducted the pre-procurement conference last August 30 online by Microsoft Teams. And we posted an invitation to be under the PLGES and COMELEC websites, back information bulletin boards at the COMELEC main office and at the third floor of EMI building, all on September 6, 2022. We conducted pre-bid conference last September 13 online by Microsoft Teams. On September 26, 2022, we issued supplemental bid bulletin number 1, rescheduling the submission and opening of bids from September 27 to October 5, revising the provisions or specification in the bidding documents, particularly the following: Section 1, Invitation to Bid; Section 2, Instruction to Bidder; Section 3, Bid Data Sheet; Section 6, Schedule of Requirements; Section 7, Technical Specifications; and Section 8, Checklist of Technical and Financial Documents, and responding to 10 queries raised by prospective bidders. Please make it of record that we notified of this bid opening the following: on October 1, 2022, the end user unit, Director Esther Villaflor Rojas, the Director 4 of ERSD, and also the head of the allocation committee. The Procurement Management Department through Director City Maimona Tawagon, the Internal Audit Department to Director Esmeralda Amora Ladra, Dr. Arwin Serrano, the trustee of PPCRB, Attorney Rona Ancaritos, the Executive Director of Lente, Mr. Ruben J. Pascual, the Secretary General of PCCI, and Mr. Eric Jude Albia, the Secretary General of NAMPREL. The only company that purchased bidding documents is Meta Systems Development Incorporated, purchased bidding docs on September 16, 2022. It is also the loan company that submitted bid proposal online to Ms. Elena Culot on October 4, 2022 at 3:51 p.m. Any question or manifestation at this point? If there's not, let me turn over the floor to our TWG head or assistant head, Mr. Lou Alexander Timkang, and our back secretariat head, Mr. Roderick Mendoza, for the opening of the eligibility document of the loan bidder. Sir Lou?
Thank you po, Vice Chair.
Lou, update
yes,
mo
Chief.
on attendance.
Yes, Chief. Thank you po.
Please proceed.
Anyway, opo, from the technical working group, Mr. Melchor Ugaban, and Meta Systems Development Incorporated, Ms. Elena Culot, please acknowledge po, Ms. Culot.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning po. Please proceed, Sir Lou.
Again, good morning, Vice Chair. Since we
Yes.
have loan
Okay, thanks.
since we have loan bidder for today's opening, Vice Chair, may we respectfully request po to conduct our evaluation in the main room po. Thank you.
Request granted, Sir Lou.
Thank you po, Vice Chair. All present TWG will join the evaluation and to respectfully request Attorney Mark Nicole Malinaw to preside the evaluation thereon. That's all po, Vice Chair. Back to you po, Chief. Thank you po.
Sir Ricky, before you proceed, may we inquire from the loan bidder if they are participating in all lots?
Sir, we only
Miss-
participating in lot number 2 and lot number 4 po.
Okay. So, lot number 2 and 4 only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please make it of record that we received no bidder or no bid for lots number 1 and 3. So therefore, we are declaring failure of bidding for the said lots. Okay, please proceed, Sir Ricky. Patrick.
Opo, thank you po, Vice Chair. May message po si Mr. Dichoso from NAMFRED. Ano po yung, sir, yung hindi niyo po maintindihan, Mr. Dichoso? Garbled po ba yung audio or... If you don't have a mic po, could you just type it in the chat box, sir?
Ano pong part ng proceeding po ang hindi natin naintindihan?
While waiting po, we'd like to acknowledge. Okay na po. Thank you po, Mr. Dichoso. Okay, so
Okay,
we're acknowledging po Mr. Jel Herardino po from the EID. Part of the tech group, sila po ang nag-live stream ng ating activity.
Thank you po. And
Thank you po, Vice.
Please proceed.
So our conference rules, opening of bids will be based on the order of their submission to the back secretariat. Only duly authorized representatives shall be allowed to speak for the bidders. In case of joint ventures, only the duly authorized representative of the lead company will be allowed to speak. Please address all manifestations to our back Vice Chairperson, Attorney Rosilio Abad. Observe order during the proceedings. Any act or utterances which should interrupt or disturb the proceedings shall not be tolerated. Only authorized representatives are allowed to observe the evaluation of documents. They shall be invited to join the meeting. We shall be evaluating their bidding documents in the main room. Thank you. And assisting po the TWG from the back secretariat is Mr. Senen Majus. If I may proceed, Vice Chair, to the opening of the bids. Thank you po. May I request Ms. Kulot, the representative of... Thank you po. The representative of the loan bidder to please type in their password to the mother folder and the technical component folder in the chat box. Ms. Kulot, please. Thank you. Thank you. So, as sent by the representative of the loan bidder meta systems, the mother folder password is MDI 2022. Mama Delta India, lowercase 2022. Thank you. So could you please send the password to your technical component folder? Thank you. The password for the technical component folder is folder1, lowercase. Okay, so we have extracted the documents. We shall be downloading them and we shall be sharing them in the main room in a little while. Thank you.
Attorney, i-merge ko muna lahat. Tuloy-tuloy tayo.
Na-email niya?
Wala yung ano nila eh. Yung documents
Okay.
nila eh.
Wait lang, I will be downloading first. Na-download ko lang muna ha. Wait lang po. Ready when you are back, sir?
Yes, Attorney Malinaw, i-download lang po namin yung PDF. Thank you.
No problem. Good morning, everyone. We will be evaluating the bid submitted by Meta System Development Incorporated. So again, just to reiterate, for those servers as well as the representative of the bidder, please mute your microphone. This being an online conference, it will be very hard for us to determine who is speaking. Thank you. So flash on the screen is the certificate of PhilJEP's registration, platinum membership of Meta Systems Development Incorporated. Backsec, let us scroll down to the lower portion of this page. As lower pa, Backsec. Okay. So this certificate is valid until March 8, 2023, and it was amended last July 29, 2022. Let's go to the Annex A. Attached to the Certificate of Field Jobs Registration are the following. Exec Certificate to Exec Certificate number 138713, Mayor's Permit, which was issued by Mandaluyong City and will expire on December 31, 2022. Tax Clearance, which will expire on March 24, 2023. And the audited financial statement, which was filed last April 30, 2021. Okay. I will be taking a photograph of the entries here in their audited financial statement so that we can compare later should the bidder opt to submit an NFCC. Backsec, please let us go to the checklist. Please remark that the bidder has submitted a valid field jobs registration which will expire on or which is valid until May 8, 2020, March 8, 2023, and it was amended last July 9, 2022. Okay, I will now call for a vote. Yes. I will now call for a vote. The document submitted by the bidder appears to be in order. I therefore vote that the bidder is compliant for checklist letter A. How about my colleagues?
Agree, Attorney Mark.
Thank you. Backsec, you may now place a check on letter A. Please mute siguro yung microphone. May nagpi-feedback. Again, please mute the microphones. Thank you. Okay. Now, another document from the folder is flashed on the screen. So this is the statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. All ongoing. So the bidder has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ongoing contract with us, the COMELEC. But it appears that it states that there is no more value for the outstanding contract. And then, okay, so anyway, this claim shall be subject to post-quo evaluation should the bidder be declared as the single calculated bidder. At this point of the procurement process, we are concerned on the presence and the completeness of the documents submitted. Anyway, Backsec, please scroll down further to the lower portion of this page. So this document is signed by Ms. Elena Culor. Okay. Let us go back to the checklist. Please. Thank you. Please remark that the bidder has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ongoing government contract. The total value of outstanding contract is 0. And that this statement was signed by Ms. Elena Culor. While the Backsec is entering the remarks, I will call for a vote. The document submitted by the bidder appears to be in order. I therefore vote that the bidder is compliant for checklist letter B. How about my colleagues?
Compliant, Attorney Mark.
Okay, Attorney Mark.
Thank you. So let us to the next checklist, which is the statement of single largest completed contract. So before we examine the entries herein, Bske, please flash on the screen our definition of similar contract as appearing in ITB Clause 5.3 in the amended bidding documents. So, flash on the screen is ITB Clause 5.3. I will read. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be, letter A, contracts involving supply, delivery, distribution, manufacture of printer toners and or ribbons. B, completed within 5 years prior to the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. Okay, so we go back to the document of the bidder. So as we have found earlier, or as manifested by the bidder earlier, they are only bidding for lots 2 and 4, and that the definition is applicable to all lots. Anyway, so under the name of client, it is with us again, the COMELEC. Name of the contract, supply and delivery of tally line printer ribbon, that is for the first project. And then their second project is supply and delivery of various supplies. And then for the kinds of goods, wait, Bske, pabalik na ulit sa definition ng, okay, here, so it is 5 years. So we will not be considering anymore the one supply delivery of tally line printer ribbon because it is a project way back in 2013. It is more than 5 years. We will consider the second project that the bidder mentioned. It is supply delivery by supplies for kinds of goods, printer ribbon for Pearl 350 and Tally Genicom. The amount is 2,926,868. So, ilang percent na? Anyway, the bidder attached date of acceptance and sales invoice. So, Bske, please scroll down to the lower portion of the page. So, this document is signed by Nilo R. Tinghui. Okay, let us see their reference documents. Next page, Bske. Teka, balik muna sa taas, Bske. Ano yun? Okay, so this is Meta System Development has completely delivered. So this is the 2013 project. Okay, next page. Anyway, let us check first the dates pala. Balik muna doon, Bske. So this was issued according to the document August 8, 2016. 8 is the same as the one they mentioned in the last column. Next document, Bske. So the bidder also attached purchase order. However, this document is not required at this point of the procurement process. This may be subject for post-evaluation should the bidder be declared as the single calculated bidder. Next document, Bske. So they have sales invoice. Oh, this is not the sales invoice for the second project. This must be in relation to the first project. And ako lang ba? Hindi nakakabasa sa entries dito. April 19, 2013. So again, this must be in relation to the 2013 project. Not indicated in the last column of their SLCC statement. Next page, Bske. So this is a contract not required at this point of the procurement process. May be subjected to post-evaluation should the bidder be declared lowest calculated bidder. Bske, please, as for the benefit of the observer, please scroll this document. Okay, next, acceptance and inspection report. Yes, it is dated, it is supposed to be dated 10/1/2020, okay? The same. Okay, next page, Bske. So for sales invoice, this is in relation to their second project. It's supposed to contain sales invoice number 23006, correct? It's supposed to be dated 09/01/2020, September 1, 2020. Okay, correct. And next page, Bske. Last na po ba yan? Okay. Okay, sige. Scroll down further, Bske. So for lot 4, $409. So it is the same as the project that they presented for lot 2, except that they did not include the 2013 one. Okay, Bske, scroll down. Let us see who signed this document. Okay, still the same person, Nilo R. Tinghoy. Next page, Bske. Another document pala to. Okay, sorry. Anyway, flash on the screen is notice to proceed. Not yet required at this point of the procurement process. May be subjected to post-evaluation should the bidder be declared as a single calculated bidder but for the benefit of the observers, please scroll this document. Okay, contract, the same treatment, may be subjected to post-evaluation. And then again, proceed. So again, the acceptance report, which is 10/1/2020, the same as indicated in the last column of the SLCC statement, as well as the the sales invoice. See next page, Bske. As well as the sales invoice, which contains the same sales invoice number of 23006, dated 09/01/2020 or September 1, 2020. Bske, medyo hindi lang ako familiar, pero ano nga yung ABC per lot natin? Can you show it to us? Okay, it is still in the IT, sa baba lang yan, konti, Bske. Hindi, doon sa 5.3 banda, sa 14.1. So bidding docs. Ito ba? Per unit. So total ABC is 16 million for lot 2 is 7 million. And then lot 4 is 1.1 million. 7 again, I will just repeat. For the lot 2, 7,236,000 pesos. And for lot 4, 1,162,500 pesos. And then so the SLCC should be, let's check. %25 ba? Tama ba? Colleagues, magkano nga dapat yung SLCC nila? At least
Correct, Attorney Mark. 25%
25%, yes.
ABC for the lot.
So we are only considering again, we are considering the first project. So 2.9 million is, oh yes, it is more than 25% of 7 million. And then for lot 4, it is more than, okay, thank you. Let us go back to the checklist, box set. Please remark that the bidder submitted 2 SLCC for each lot. It was SLCC statement for each lot. It was signed by Nilo R. Tinghui and attach P. Yes, attach PO, contract acceptance and inspection report, as well as sales invoice. While the BACSEC is still entering the remarks, I will call for a vote, considering that the 2020 project is sufficient in amount and it is similar. I vote that the bidder is compliant for checklist letter C. How about my colleagues?
Agree, Attorney Mark.
Thank you. Hearing no objections from my colleagues, BACSEC, you may now place a check on letter C. Let us go to the next checklist, which is the bid securing declaration. I will be reading our form as appearing in the amended bidding docs, while the BACSEC as well as my colleagues in the TWG will check if all of the provisions are present and correct. To insert name and address of the procuring entity, I read, understand, declare that, number 1, I will understand that according to your conditions, bid must be supported by a bid security, which may be in the form of a bid securing declaration. Number 2, I will accept that, letter A, I will be automatically disqualified from bidding for any procurement contract with any procuring entity for a period of 2 years upon receipt of your blacklisting order. And B, I will pay the applicable fine provided under Section 6 of the Guidelines on the Use of Bid Securing Declaration within 15 days from receipt of the written demand by the procuring entity for the commission of acts resulting to the enforcement of the bid securing declaration under Sections 23.1b, 34.2, 40.1, and 69.1, except 69.1F of the IRR of RA number 9184 without prejudice to other legal actions the government may undertake. Number 3, we understand that this bid securing declaration shall cease to be valid on the following circumstances. Letter A, upon expiration of the bid validity period or any extension thereof pursuant to your request. B, we are declared ineligible or post disqualified upon receipt of your notice to such effect. And Roman numeric 1, we failed to timely file a request for reconsideration. Or Roman numeric 2, we filed a waiver to avail of said right. Letter C, we are declared the bidder with the lowest calculated responsive bid, and we have furnished the performance security and signed the contract. Okay, next page, Bske. So, this one is signed by Nilo R. Tinghui, Bske, lower portion of the page. And this document is also notarized. So, tama pala. Okay, that was for lot 2. And then let us go to the lot 4. So, the lot 4, again, I will be again reading the forms appearing in the amended bidding documents. To insert name and address of the procuring entity, I will declare that we understand that according to your conditions, bid must be supported by a bid security, which may be in the form of a bid security declaration. Number 2, we accept that letter A, we will be automatically disqualified from bidding for any procurement contract with any procuring entity for a period of 2 years upon receipt of your blacklisting order. And B, we will pay the applicable fine provided under Section 6 of the Guidelines on the Use of Bid Securing Declaration within 15 days from receipt of the written demand by the procuring entity for the commissions of acts resulting to the enforcement of the Bid Security Declaration under Sections 33.1b, 34.2, 40.1, and 69.1, except 69.1F of the IRR of RA number 9184 without prejudice to other legal actions the government may undertake. 3, we understand that this bid securing declaration shall cease to be valid upon on the following circumstances. Letter A, upon expiration of the bid validity period or any extension thereof pursuant to your request. B, we are declared ineligible or post disqualified upon receipt of your notice to such effect. And Roman numeric 1, we failed to timely file the request for reconsideration. Or Roman numeric 2, we filed a waiver to avail of said right. C, we are declared the bidder with the lowest calculated responsive bid, and we have furnished the performance security and signed the contract. Okay, again, still executed by Mr. Nilo R. Tinghui. Scroll down further, Bske, and it is notarized. So let us go back to the checklist. Please remark that the bidder submitted 2 notarized bid securing declaration for lots 2 and 4, both executed by Mr. Tinghui. So, while the Bske is entering the remarks, I will again call for a vote. The document submitted by the bidder appears to be in order. I therefore vote that the bidder is compliant for checklist letter D. How about my colleagues?
Agree, Attorney Mark.
Thank you. We'll now place a check on letter D. Okay, next. So we now go to section 6, schedule of requirements. So, flash on the screen is the schedule of requirements submitted by the bidder. I will be reading our form as appearing in the, again, amended bidding documents, while the Bske as well as my colleagues in the TWG will check if all of the provisions are present and correct. So since the bidder is bidding for lot 2 and 4, this will be our focus of attention. For lot number 2, it is Tally Jenicom 6,800 by 6,600 ribbons. And then 1,080 pieces for quantity. Delivery schedule shall be delivered within 20 calendar days from receipt of the notice to proceed, NTP. Delivery site designated Comelec warehouse. For lot number 4, it is Pearl P350 ribbons, 1,550 pieces. Same schedule, same site. Okay, Bske, let us scroll down. Okay, this document is signed by Mr. Nilo R. Inhui. Okay, let's go to the technical specifications. So, flash on the screen is the technical specification submitted by the bidder. I will be reading our form as appearing in the amended bidding documents, while the Bske as well as my colleagues in the TWG will check if all of the provisions are present, correct, and complied. Again, since the bidder is bidding for lot number 2 and 4, this will be our focus of attention. Lot number 2, 1,080 pieces of 1,080 pieces tally Genicon 6,800 over 6,600 ribbons. 1 fresh stock, comply. Genuine and authentic, comply. Minimum of 1 year manufacture date upon delivery, again, comply. Next page, Bske. So, doon tayo sa lot 4. Lot number 4, 1,550 pieces of pearl, 350 ribbons. Number 1, fresh stock. Comply. Number 2, genuine and authentic. Comply. Number 3, minimum of 1 year manufacture date upon delivery. Comply. Then, Bske, makiat lang konti. For each lot being bid, submit the following requirements for evaluation and testing purposes as part of post-qualification requirements, which must be submitted within 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the BAC that it submitted the single lowest calculated bid, SLCB. Number 1, submission of 1 piece of product being offered. Submitted sample must be compliant with requirements provided in Section 7, Technical Specifications. Number 2, comply, by the way. Number 2, valid and current certificate of distributorship/dealership/resellership issued by the manufacturer of the product being offered to the bidder. If not issued by the manufacturer to the bidder must also submit certification linking bidder to the manufacturer, e.g., manufacturer's certification issued to the distributor and distributor certification issued to the bidder. Okay, complied. Next page. Number 3, brochure or intended download, technical data sheet, and or equivalent document of the item being offered showing compliance with the technical specifications. If not in English, please refer to clause 10.3 of the instructions to bidders. Comply. Number 4, manufacturer certification that toner's ribbons to be delivered are original and authentic. Comply. Note, for other post-qualification requirements, please refer to clause 20.2, section 3, the data sheet of the bidding documents. Okay, this document is signed by both Nilo Arting Huy and LNB Kulot. Okay, Bske, tama ba? Si Mr. Ting Huy lang nag-sign sa 6, pero sa 7 silang dalawa ni Kulot. Tama ba? Pakalala ko. Okay. Let us go back to the checklist, Bske. Please remark that for section 6, Mr. Ting Huy signed the statement. And for section 7, Mr. Ting Huy and Ms. Kulot signed this document. After reading the documents, after reading the copy of our form in the amended bidding documents and hearing no objections or corrections from my colleagues, I therefore now call for a vote. I now call for a vote. The document submitted by the bidder appears to be in order. I therefore vote that the bidder is compliant for checklist letter E-1 and E-2. How about my colleagues?
Agree, Attorney Mark.
Agree, Attorney Mark.
Thank you. Backsec, when you're done with the remarks, please a check on E-1 and E-2. So the bidder also attached a certification. So as stated earlier, no, so section 7, that this document shall be subjected to post-quo evaluation should the bidder be declared the single calculated bidder. For the benefit of the observers, Backsec, please scroll this document. Again, this certification shall be subjected to post-quo evaluation. Okay. See. Okay. Flash on the screen is the omnibus sworn statement. So this is for lot numbers 2 and 3. I will be reading our form as appearing in the amended bidding documents, while the Backsec as well as my colleagues in the PWG will check if all of the provisions are present and correct. I, name of applicant of legal age, civil status, nationality, and residing at address of applicant after having been duly sworn in accordance with law, do hereby depose and state that, number 1, I am the duly authorized designated representative of name of bidder with office address at address of bidder. Number 2, I am granted full power and authority to do, execute, and perform any and all acts necessary to participate, submit the bid, and to sign and execute the ensuing contract for name of the project of the name of the procuring entity as shown in the attached document, which is a secretary certificate. Number 3, name of bidder is not blacklisted or barred from bidding by the government of the Philippines or any of its agencies, offices, corporations, local government units, foreign or international financing institutions whose blacklisting rules have been recognized by the Government Procurement Policy Board by itself or by relation, membership, association, affiliation, or controlling interest with another blacklisted person or entity as defined and provided for in the Uniform Guidelines on Blacklisting. Number 4, each of the documents submitted in satisfaction of the bidding requirement is an authentic copy of the original, complete, and all statements and information provided therein are true and correct. Number 5, name of bidder is authorizing the head of procuring entity or its duly authorized representatives to verify all the documents submitted. Number 6, none of the officers, directors, and controlling stockholders of name of bidder is related to the head of procuring entity, members of the Bids and Awards Committee, BAC, the Technical Working Group, and the BAC Secretariat, the head of Project Management Office, or the end user unit and the project consultants by consanguinity or affinity up to the 3rd civil degree. Number 7, name of bidder complies with existing labor laws and standards. And number 8, name of bidder is aware of and has undertaken the responsibilities as a bidder in compliance with the Philippine bidding documents, which includes letter A, carefully examining all the bidding documents, B, acknowledging all conditions, local or otherwise, affecting the implementation of the contract, C, making an estimate of the facilities available and needed for the contract to be bid, if any, and D, inquiring or securing supplemental bid bulletins issued for the name of the project. Number 9, name of bidder did not give or pay directly or indirectly any commission amount, fee, or any form of consideration, pecuniary or otherwise, to any person or official personnel or representative of the government in relation to any procurement project or activity. Number 10, in case advance payment was made or given, Failure to perform or deliver any of the obligations and undertakings in the contract shall be sufficient grounds to constitute criminal liability or swindling, estafa, or the commission of fraud with unfaithfulness or abuse of confidence through misappropriating, converting, or any payment received by a person or entity under the obligation involving the deliver certain goods or services to the prejudice of the public and the government of the Philippines. Pursuant to Article 315 of Act Number 3815 Series of 1930 as amended or the revised penal code. So this document is signed by Mr. Nilo Pinhoy, or rather executed by Mr. Nilo Pinhoy, and it is notarized. Backsec, let us now go to the, no, teka. Sorry, let us go to the next page and check the attached documents. Okay, flash on the screen is the secretary's certificate. So it is executed by Mr. Nilo Martin Huy, who is the corporate secretary.
Ako, kainin niyo na po.
So, okay. And going to get and if awarded the producer and then the contract. Distribute hereby appoint. So, as appearing in the resolved part, they are appointing Miss Elena Culot and or Nilo Tinghui as duly authorized and designated representative of the bidder. So, backsec, let us scroll down. So, this one is also signed again by Mr. Nilo and then scroll down further and notarized. So, backsec, please remark. Okay, let us go back to the checklist and please remark that the bidder submitted notarized OSS executed by Mr. Nilo Tinghui and attached secretary certificate. Again, same, executed by Mr. Nilo R. Tinghui. And then their authorized representatives are Miss Elena Culot and Mr. Nilo Tinghui. So we note that so far, all of the documents that we have evaluated were signed by either Mr. Nilo Tinghui or Miss Culot. So I will now call for a vote. The document submitted by the bidder appears to be in order. I therefore vote that the bidder is compliant for checklist letter F. How about my colleagues?
Agree, Attorney Mark.
Thank you. Backsec, can you now place a check on letter F? Let's now go to the next checklist. So next is the NFCC. So before we check the correctness of the computation, let us first compare the entries here into the one appearing in their PGF's registration. So for current asset, it is supposed to be 31,093,271. So, ano pa? So, 34 dito. So, saan galing numbers to? And then, for current liabilities, it is supposed to be 1,996,763 pesos. Okay. So, again, we note that the AFS in their PhilJEPS registration was dated April 30, 2021. So and that PhilJEPS registration was amended. Patingin nyo ulit, Bagsec, sa checklist. Kailan nila na-amend yun?
July 29 ata, Attorney Mark. July 29, 2022.
Yes. Okay, so despite being amended recently, hindi na-update yung kanilang AFS. Anyway, to continue, Bagsec, please show the computation of these entries that they have entered in their NFCC. Okay, Bagsec, please remark that the NFCC, as stated by the leader in their statement, is 494,692,930 pesos, and that this document is again, scroll down, Bagsec. Okay, this document is signed by Nilo R. Tinghui. So we are now done with the evaluation of the documents submitted by the bidder. We will be discussing among ourselves with regards to our findings to the submission of the bid to the representative of the bidder. It is prudent of you to prepare whatever manifestation or disagreements you may have in relation to our finding, which is the fact that your AFS, as stated in the wages registration, is dated 2021, April 30, 2021, and the entries in the NFCC are not the same as those in the PGF's registration. So if you have disagreements with our findings later on, as announced by our assistant head of the TWG, you may express your disagreements or what your disagreements and address the same to the vice chair. So Sir Lu, mag-meeting tayo separate, backroom po, may request.
Lou?
Sir Lu?
Yes, Attorney
Feedback
Mark.
ba yan?
Back na tayo, sir.
Yes.
Copy, sir.
Saan? Saan yung link?
Nasa Attorney Mark sa calendar, may link to the back room.
Pati Vice Attorney Mark, pati mga member ng back, you want to join sa backroom na rin? Sa isang meeting na lang? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Oo, pwede naman.
Sige.
Observers are also invited. Only the representative of the bidder is not allowed in that meeting. Thank you. Balik lang po kami.
Vice Chair, si...
Pabalik na lahat,
Yes po, Vice Chair, nakabalik.
including the observers. Okay, Sir Lou.
Opo, Vice Chair,
Then
nakabalik.
kasi Sir Lou.
Yes, Vice Chair, thank you
ready
po.
to report?
The TWG po is ready to submit the report.
Please
After,
proceed.
thank you po. Based on the foregoing careful evaluation and due deliberation to the eligibility documents submitted by the bidder, the TWG finds as it appears that Meta Systems Development Incorporated is ineligible for this project due to the following reason. Considering that the PhilJEP certificate is present, the audited financial statement indicated therein is not updated. In connection thereto, the NFCC is turns to be defective uh, because of the entries therein cannot be verified based on the document submitted by the bidders. That's all po, Vice Chair, respectfully submitted to the BAC. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Luke. May we now hear the individual votes of the members, starting from Engineer Ilagan, then Ared Bisinio, and then Director Doma. Sir Odek.
Yes, Chair, good morning.
Morning.
With regrets, Vice Chair, I agree with the findings of the TWG that Meta system is ineligible with the findings and recommendations stated by the TWG head. Thank you, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Sir Odek. Ared.
Yes, Vice Chair, I agree with the report of the TWG. Finding Meta System Development Incorporated ineligible for grounds or reasons cited by the TWG Assistant Head. Thank you, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Ared. Director Ray. Director Ray.
Yeah, good morning, Vice Chair. Yeah, I also agree with the findings of the technical working group that Meta Systems Development Inc. is ineligible for the reasons they cited. Thank you, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Director Ray. So it is unanimous. As I also agree with my colleagues and to the findings of the TWG in declaring Meta Systems Development Incorporated to be ineligible for reasons cited by our TWG. So again, this is a reminder to all the prospective bidders natin to carefully examine their bidding documents before they submit them to make sure that they are complete, accurate, and the information therein are clear. So because this BAC cannot use our discretion in determining the intent of the bidder. So we regret to declare Meta Systems Development Incorporated to be ineligible. Any question or manifestation? Yes, Ms. Ellen Kulot, the representative of Meta Systems. You are recognized po.
Yeah. Sir, may I explain? Doon po kasi sa PhilJEPs namin, hindi na-update yung details doon sa audited financial statement. And we base our computation of NFCC from the latest FS. So, kung may kukonsider po ng BAC, we can submit our audited financial statement kung saan po namin binase yung aming computation ng NFCC.
The BAC has already ruled po that you are ineligible. Anyway, you have an option po to file your motion for reconsideration of our decision. I-cite lang po natin yung ating mga reasons.
Okay, sir.
Also po kasi one of the grounds for the ineligibility is the NFCC, the computation po.
Yes, sir. Noted po. Thank you.
Any announcement, Bske?
Yes po, Vice Chair.
Any announcement or update on the attendance?
Opo,
So
announcement.
before that, Sir Ricky, so we declare a failure of bidding for all the lots of this project, lots 1 to 4. So, okay, please proceed with your announcement, Sir Ricky.
Thank you po, Vice Chair. Questions concerning the decisions of the BAC may be done by filing a request for reconsideration 3 calendar days from receipt of written notice or upon verbal notification. So to Meta Systems, please consider this our verbal notice, to which the BAC shall decide on the request within 7 calendar days. Also, we shall be emailing you a notice po, and the date we sent you the email is considered as the date of your receipt. Post-qualification for the, well, it's not, it's irrelevant. And that's all po, Vice Chair. Thank you po. May I update the attendance, Vice Chair?
Please proceed, Sir Ricky.
For the record, the attendance is hereby updated from the Technical Working Group, Attorney Calvin Octa, Attorney Francis IDU, from the bidder's representative, Mr. Nilo Tingjuy. That's all po, Vice Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Ricky. With the indulgence of my colleagues, gaya ng sinabi ni Sir Ricky, o pwede ba tayong mag-mandatory review considering the urgency of this project? Maaga pa naman. So, segue tayo to the mandatory review after the adjournment.
Yes, Vice Chair, okay lang sa akin.
Okay, sige. So, thank you everyone for your participation in today's, in this morning opening of bids for the supply and delivery of various printer toners and ribbons for the printing of the EDCVL and PCVL in connection with the 2022 Bske. So, if there are no more questions and manifestation, this conference is hereby adjourned. Salamat po sa lahat, especially to the observers.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. So, same attendance tayo, Bske. After na ma-review ang mga observers.
Yes po, Vice Chair. So yung iwan po natin yung technical working group and the BAC po.
Yes.
So the members of the TWG are invited to stay for the mandatory review of this project. Thank you.
So same attendance tayo. So let's start with the mandatory review kung okay na sa Ricky.
Yes po, Vice Chair. So call to order po.